Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to this week's edition of the WVC Coaches Report. My name is Rachel Vogel, and today I'm joined once again by the head softball coach of the Hofstra Pride, Adrienne Clark. Coach, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, Coach. Well, Coach, first off, a big congratulations to you and your staff and your program on your first first career win as a head coach over Louisville. Nonetheless, a spectacular opponent, an opponent out of a Power 5 conference, the ACC. Nonetheless, a very well respected program. So, congratulations on that. Before we get anything started. But first of all, your team went 2-3 this past weekend. You picked up your first 2 wins of the season. It wasn't just that win against Louisville. Another win, a dominant Mercy Rule victory over Western Michigan, where you came back the next day and really took it to them. So as I mentioned, Coach, 2-3 this weekend. Your team saw a tremendous amount of growth. Just touch upon that as we get started today.
Yeah, it was really cool to see our bats kind of come alive and string hits together. To see our team's composure in how they just continue to fight and compete on the field. It was no shock that we were going to win some games this weekend. So it was really cool to come out with some wins and saw some really promising stuff on the field.
And you took it to Louisville that first game and almost came away with another win. Your team once again stayed in it the whole time. Unfortunately, just had that one little slip up at the end. But just talk about what the competition was like that you saw this week, and again, like what you saw from your team to be successful.
Yeah, we saw some really good competition this weekend. I mean, Louisville, Illinois, and Western Michigan are all, tough opponents, and 2 of them being in the Power 5. So we knew we were going to be challenged this weekend, and we were. And they're all really good ball clubs, and it was really fun to be able to compete against them this weekend.
Awesome. So some players really stepped up who we haven't seen so far this season, which was really great to see. First player that comes to mind, Angelina Iapolo, a couple big hits this weekend, 3 RBIs, 5 hits. Probably felt very good for her. Just so touch upon her performance and how you saw her thriving in the middle of the lineup.
Yeah, she's just like this like silent weapon almost. She's so calm, cool, and collected all of the time that she just gets it done with her bat. And this weekend she crushed it. I mean, she came up in some really clutch situations, and she continued to turn over the lineup. And that's all we're looking to do is to continue putting pressure on our opponents.
And Hofstra with a few extra base hits this weekend. A lot of pop on that bat. Another player that stepped up in the lineup was Sam Ward. So speak about her and her performance this weekend.
Yeah, she has really, it's crazy. She has been squaring the ball up the majority of the time so far this season, and had some hits right at people. And, she finally found some holes with her hits, and that was really awesome to see. She hasn't wavered from her process, and that has allowed her to see the ball very, very well.
And another player who I personally have had my eye on since last season, especially in a pinch hit situation, is Madison McKevitt, who comes up to the plate in these big situations with runners on base, and she just always somehow seems to drive them in. She had 3 RBIs this past weekend, only 2 hits, but she just always gets those runs in. So what is, I guess, her strategy when she comes to the plate, and what makes her so successful in those situations?
Yeah, what makes her so successful is that she's going up there hacking. And one of the things we've been focusing on with her is that that when she sees a pitch, to take full cuts regardless of what's going on, because if you take full cuts and you work to see the ball, good things are going to happen. And getting her to just stay locked into the process and taking the minor victories, it's really cool to see her continue to fight through everything. I think she also came up with a couple walks or hit by pitches as well. And so she kind of just like makes things happen.
Yeah, definitely. Also 2 runs in there as well. And then also pitching again, very strong this weekend. Some great performances by Haley Venturini and Julia Apsell. And Apsell up there with 12 strikeouts. Both of those players under a 2.0 ERA. It's really coming around. So I know last week you touched upon them and their performances, because it is, again, their first 2. They did not play last year, obviously. Haley, a freshman, and Julia out with an injury. So just they've been consistent. So just talk about that.
Yeah. Again, they are locked into just just getting it done, right? And we're working to keep it to keep the focus on getting outs, on getting mishits, and they continually are locating their stuff and spinning it and using their off speed to sort of keep hitters completely off balance. And you know, they both continue to get a ton of mishits, which allows our defense to be able to play. And you sprinkle in some strikeouts here and there, and they're able to keep us in games, which is really awesome. One of the additional pitchers that I thought did a phenomenal job coming in relief was Bella, Annabella. She came in and we had a little different of a game plan with her, and she just took the role and rocked it. And it was really cool to see her come in and be able to continue to keep hitters off balance the way she did.
Yeah, she definitely did. 3 strikeouts, nice 5 innings pitched that she did. So wonderful job to Bella as well. So now you start your trek back up north, finally. Obviously, the warm weather has been nice. I know this weekend in Louisville wasn't great, but you're finally heading back up north, a little closer to home. You'll be at UMBC this weekend for 4 games, 3 against the Retrievers and then 1 against Brown. So just talk about this weekend and what you'll see from the Pride.
Yeah, I think you'll see some excitement for being in the Northeast. I think we're excited to be able to be on, on a bus and not have to have a super hefty commute like we usually do. So they're ready to attack. They're ready to get after it. And I know we are just 1 weekend away from opening up with conference play, and or 2 weekends away. I apologize for that. Away from conference play, and we're going to use these 2 weekends to really prime for the next part of our season.
Definitely. So once again, Hofstra fans, Hofstra at the UMBC series this weekend. 2 games on Friday, 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., followed by a doubleheader against UMBC on Saturday. Coach, the very best of luck this weekend, and congratulations once again on your first collegiate win, your first career win. Very great to see where this program is going so far. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that was head softball coach Adrienne Clark, and you've been watching the Devin Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.